Thank you for tuning in to another episode of What Would Helen Say, where therapy time is anytime. In this week's episode, What's Anger Got to Do with It? My couple continues their exploration of the meta emotion anger. We also touch a little bit on the male partner's uncomfortableness with feelings and how he tends to brush off or pacify other people's feelings so he doesn't have to deal with his own level of discomfort. If you like the work that I'm doing and you would like to support me, or if you are interested in gaining premium access to upcoming sessions and detailed notes about how you can apply these interventions to your own life, please click on the Patreon link below for more information. Thank you. So, how are you guys doing today?
I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Yes, pretty good, pretty good.
Glad both of you are doing well. So, as we kind of previously discussed, you guys feel it's time to take a break from talking about the finances for
Yeah.
today.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
We
huh.
have to take a break from that.
Not that it's resolved, but we're giving it a little bit of space and we'll come back to it at another time.
Right.
So for today, how about we go back into meta emotions? We
Okay.
had started talking about anger before and how it showed up for each of you when you were younger, but we didn't get into presently of what
Mm-hmm.
happens. So who would like to be the first person?
I'll go.
Okay.
Finally.
Mm.
So, what is it like for you now to feel angry?
Once I'm angry, um, that's something I need to work on.
What happens?
Like I need to burn the whole house down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, obviously you don't literally do that, but
No.
what is it what does it look like?
um, I can say, well, I will say that it's gotten better over the years. I'm pretty sure he can agree. I hope he agrees. Um, before, like I would say, like when we first started living with each other, it was more physical for me, like throwing things, breaking things, like damage everything. Now I'm more like I'll probably still like scream and whatever, but um, slam doors a lot. But lately, I've just been getting dressed and then getting in the car and leaving. And I'll just go like for a drive or whatever. But before that drive, I'm definitely like on 1,000. I know that for a fact.
Man on fire.
But it did get better, right?
A little bit.
Okay. So, it seems like it's very obvious when you get angry. Like there's no
Yep.
question.
I'm very, very verbal about me being angry. Like, yeah.
Okay. So when you're angry, do you talk to anybody? Do you reach out to anyone in particular?
No. Honestly, if he's here, then of course, like he'll know that I'm angry. If he's not here, then I'll probably call him. And sometimes I question myself, like, why did I even call him? Because I feel like sometimes he makes it worse. But I don't know if he's actually making it worse or it's just that I'm that angry that it's like every little thing bothers me.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what does he say or do that causes you to feel like he's making it worse?
The same things with any other emotion. It's always just dismissive. So it's just like, I would tell him like, I call you to help or, I'm calling you to like even just to listen or for me to just vent. And it's just like I could have just kept my phone call to myself and just not called you at all.
Okay. What is it you would like for him to do?
Most of the times, just listen.
All right, now look. When I do just listen, she say,
You're not listening.
"You ain't even saying nothing. You don't even care."
Mm-hmm.
It's like when
You're not
she's
actively
mad,
listening.
when she's mad, no matter what I say or do or whatever, she not it's like she not going to hear it. So if she yelling, and I tell her, all right, and I say something, she just
We need to
no. I don't want to
find
hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm
we
like,
need to
yo,
find a medium. It's like when I'm upset or when I'm sad, whatever it is, he has two extremes. One, you won't hear anything, not even a oh wow, okay, you don't hear that. Then the other extreme is, okay, you mad you broke your toe? Let me go online and find you a new toe right now. Like that's how it is, and it's just like, can you just listen to what I'm saying?
Okay. So, I mean, I'm only going to segue a little bit because I don't want us to get too far into something else. But I think I sent you the handout where it says the 3 skills of an intimate conversation.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because it was in the email where it had like 15.
Yeah.
But just to remind you, it's there. And in that handout, it gives a long list of empathetic statements to say. Because I think where the problem is coming in is when someone else is feeling a certain way, you don't try to solve it and you don't dismiss it or just not interact because then they feel ignored as well. So those don'ts are the things that are happening, and we need to swap it out with the right things to happen. So empathetic statements is where you say, wow, that sounds really stressful,
Mm-hmm.
or that must have been difficult for you. You know, things of that nature where you are speaking to how the person is feeling or what has contributed to the person feeling that way, but you're not trying to solve it because 99% of the time, when a partner tries to solve the other partner's issue without being asked, it's perceived negatively. And it's often with the perception that, oh, so you don't think I can handle my own life. You don't think
Mm-hmm.
I'm capable of doing this. And so that becomes a negative.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to avoid problem solving unless your partner has specifically asked,
Right.
you know, can you help me? What are your ideas? That sort of thing.
Right.
I got it.
Okay. Um, so coming back to you, B, how do you feel about yourself when you get angry and you engage in these different behaviors?
I don't like it at all. Like as soon as like I try to, I guess like calm myself down or whatever, I'm just like I feel like it's unnecessary, and it's like I don't like feeling like that. So I try now to not let myself get to that point, but I didn't like, what it used to be as far as like me damaging everything. Like any apartment that we had, I'm literally it's just like holes and scratches and everything, like broken doors.
Don't forget the fresh on sneakers.
Anyways, yeah, those two.
Guess we're not visiting that.
What sneakers, mine? I think I cut them or
Man,
something.
I bought her a fresh pair of sneakers. She got mad. You know what she did? She
What?
took some scissors and cut them up. Do you know how angry and strong you gotta be to cut a pair of sneakers with some scissors?
I think that may have been part of her point.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it was really, really bad. So it's like I try to give myself credit, but it's like it's still, to me, it's still bad because I don't want to feel like that.
Okay. So we're going to go into this a little bit more and then we'll pull back out. Um, when you get that angry and you feel a desire to do these things, can you identify any particular hope that you have? Like this, by doing this, it's going to achieve something. Can you identify anything at all that you hope it's going to achieve?
No.
Okay.
And I think that's why I get mad at myself like after it's done because I'm like, I don't even know why I did it. But I can't, like, 10 times out of 10, anything that I've done, I can't reverse the damage. So it's like, I don't even know why I did it. Like, it was kind of pointless. Like, even what he said about the sneakers, you can't uncut the sneakers and they're not sold anywhere. So it's over. I'm never going to see those sneakers ever again.
Classics too.
So there's some pain behind those sneakers.
Definitely some pain. I couldn't even get them.
That's the
It
real
was
problem.
sold out. So I'm like, let me get them for her.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go on into something else. We're not going to go deep into that. We can save it for another time.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask this. If it's not out of a hope of achieving a certain goal, then the next thing it seems like it probably is just what you've learned growing up. That if your mom was angry, she lashed out somehow onto you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you learned. When you feel this way, this is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now it's just about learning a different behavior.
Right.
Got you. Okay. So, Jay, how do you feel about her anger?
I don't like it. She know that. She know I don't like her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else to it? Do you ever get afraid, like a certain something may happen or she may go too far?
um. Oh yeah, but I think that untie in with all the other stuff that we had spoke on.
Right.
Talking to her like it's like chill. When she get angry, she'll say a lot of things, but I'm like now it's like because of previous issues. So like if she get angry and say something, I kind of I kind of believe her. Or like if she get angry talking about she gonna do something, I kind of believe her.
Okay, so let me
I
ask for
get it.
clarification. Are you referring to, the time that we processed before about when she made you sad?
Yeah, that's part of it. That or she said she leaving. She really she really like one night she was angry. She she got up, got dressed on she leaving. She went to go stay at a hotel overnight. It was like, what are you doing? It's like when she get in that mode right there, you gotta like whatever she say out of anger, you kind of gotta believe it.
Okay. So it's a fear that if she says it, she's going to act on it.
Um, yeah.
So it's not necessarily like an empty threat. So you have to take everything she says seriously.
I want to say 85% of the thing. It's like I could tell she just talking or like is she really going to take actions.
Okay. So then, how does that make you feel? You know, you're in this position, she's angry if she says something, and then what does that do to you emotionally? That, oh my gosh, she said this, is she going to do it?
Yeah, emotionally, I'll be a lot of emotion. Like you be just you be curious, or you be kind of. I don't want to say like you be beat down about it, but it just be like what's going on. I gotta hurry up and try to fix it or something so that she won't feel that way.
So you go back to, you got to hurry up and fix it.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you first started talking about that, it kind of seemed like you're going in a direction that you feel helpless. Like you can't necessarily fix it, you can't necessarily change it, and you're kind of left here to wait it out. I mean, do you feel helpless at times?
Um. When she's angry,
Hmm.
yeah,
And what's that like for you to feel helpless?
that goes back to just not you're not like you're not being a man. You're not you're not strong enough to help out your woman and stop her from being angry or just be there for her.
So I want to shift that a little bit because being a man has nothing to do with being able to fix somebody else's situations. You know, is their feelings, they're allowed to have their feelings. You know, they're allowed to suffer whatever consequences that they may bring upon themselves. It's more so about being supportive, being able to manage your own feelings and stay calm, and being able to validate somebody else's feelings. So I'm looking at the idea of being a man of, are you in control of you? Because you can't help anybody else if you're out of control. And it's not a failure of yours that you can't control someone else, because the reality is nobody can control anyone else. We can only control ourselves. So I will never consider a man to be less of a man because he's not fixing everybody around him. That's really not your job. And in situations where I've seen men feel successful in fixing everybody around them, most of the people around them don't like them very much.
Get it? Listen,
But I know this is a big, big, big thing because so far, all of your life, this is what you've based your identity as a man on. And now we're sitting here together and I'm saying, well, we got to shift this.
Right.
It's not that simple. I know. It is a lot to ask of you. I totally, 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 totally get it. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, make you feel like you've done anything wrong, anything like that. I just want to shift it. I think there's a lot that you're doing right, because if you weren't, she wouldn't be here. So there's a lot that you're doing right. I think it's just a handful of things. If we shift it, you'll set you guys up for a lasting, loving, enduring, long relationship.
oh yeah, we need that.
So that's all I want you to think of this as. You're just shifting so that you get closer to what you actually want, and we can leave behind all the crap that nobody really wants at the end of the day.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I think we covered our questions about anger. Ready to flip. So, what is it like for you to be angry?
Um, when I'm angry, it just be I just isolate myself and just I handle that within myself. Like I just isolate myself and be quiet about it. I don't like really like expressing my anger.
Okay. So, how could anyone tell if you were angry?
Um, I don't think oh they can because it be isolation thing. I don't really be around nobody or I don't say much when I'm angry.
So, maybe that's how they can tell, is that you're by yourself more, you're quiet.
Yeah. Well, probably her, nobody else.
Have you ever like sought out someone to talk to when you're angry?
Um. Well, I used to talk to like my grandmother, my mother when I was angry, but well, I haven't lived with my mother for like almost eight years. So like I don't really I don't really go to her if I'm angry because it's like I'm older now. I'm on my own. I don't really need to go to her.
So, when you did go to them, what was your expectancy? Like you were going to talk to them and what was going to happen?
Um, just talk to them. They'll talk some sense into me, or they'll let me know everything. Just whatever's going on, they'll keep it 100% real with me. Let me know what's going on. Just somebody to talk to without somebody judging you.
Okay. Can you talk to B without a sense of judgment?
Yeah, I can. It just I don't really get angry now. It's like if I am angry and we talk, then yeah, it'll come out. But it's like if it's something else that's bothering me or whatever, I handle that with myself. It don't really be. I mean, I talk to her about everything, but so that's how she'll know if I'm angry because she'll come to me.
So you never initiate the conversation. You never go to her and say, "Hey, this is really bothering me. Can I talk to you?"
No, it'll be she'll be like she'll just kind of know and say what's wrong with you. I'm like what you talking about, and then she'll be like I know something wrong with you just by your facial expression, how you acting, and then we'll talk.
So what stops you from initiating the conversation with her by just owning, "Hey, this is where I'm at right now. Can we talk?"
Mm, I think that goes back to the whole feeling weak thing.
Okay. But when you talked to your mom and your grandmother, did you feel weak then?
Um, no, I didn't. I think that's more. I think like the older I get, the more I just change because when I would go to them, I'll be like a kid, a teenager, or it wasn't ever really like turn into a man type of thing. Like when I got a certain age, it just was I'm not gonna run to them and talk to them no more. It was like I'm gonna handle everything on my own.
I think that's a piece of what's been labeled now as toxic masculinity. Like, it doesn't always have to be this, oh, I'm a man and I'm gonna do everything manly. It doesn't always have to be like so brash and out there, but it's toxic because it isolates you. And we're all human beings, and as human beings we are very much social creatures, and we need each other in different ways for our own survival. Um, and I don't mean that in terms of that you need somebody else to provide for you, but simply because we don't thrive if we don't have connections with other people. Um, so that type of masculinity that continuously isolates you, it leaves you feeling like you're doing life all by yourself, that everybody else is entitled to have these connections and be vulnerable and be human. But yet, somehow, in order for you to be a man, you have to somewhat not be human. And that's not fair to you or anyone else around you. You deserve to have quality connections with people just like everyone else. And that's not a reflection of you being weak, that's human. We all experience these feelings. We all have moments of needing support and validation. We all need to know somebody's got our back. So, again, this is one of those things I just want to help you shift. I completely understand if there are certain aspects of this where you're like, okay, these pieces I want to keep to myself. I can understand that. But if there are certain ones that we can just shift a little bit so
Yeah.
that you're not out here being, that iceberg all by yourself.
All right.
So, how do you feel about how you manage your anger?
Um, how do I feel? Honestly, how do I feel? I feel that that I manage it in a great space. It's like because if I like I just feel like if I don't handle it how I handle it, it'll go to the next level. And it's like once I'm there, it ain't no bringing it back down. It's like for instance, like if somebody did something to me, it's just like forever. Like I'm like it's gonna be as long as I live. I'm gonna have in my mind that you did something to me. So that's how I'm gonna treat you. So I just feel like the way I deal with it now, it makes me like it put me in a much better space.
Okay. So, I have to ask for this clarification. Um, because you said that, you can treat someone to the end of days a certain way. Um, is this about, if someone betrayed you, if someone, stole from you, or whatever offense they may have taken, and so you feel like, all right, you've shown me the type of person you are, and that's the type of person you want to be. Therefore, I have to limit my interactions with you. I have to limit the type of relationship that we can have. Or is it a matter of more of a vindictive type of thing? oh, you hurt me, so every time I see you, I have to hurt you back, or I have to remind you that you hurt me or that you're this or that.
Yeah, that's it's more vindictive. I don't really want that. So it's like I keep it to myself. I just know what kind of person you are, or I just know what you did. So I'm always keep that in my head. But it's like I'm gonna give you other chances, like, oh, what's up, or what's going on, like I'm still have on some kind of relationship with you, rather than me just walk around every day hating you, or walk around every day like, nah, this person did such and such, so now I gotta react to it.
Okay. So a balance in between those things is what I term therapeutic forgiveness. And therapeutic forgiveness is slightly different from how most people label forgiveness, where they say, oh, forgive and forget. And you restore this person to a place of trust. You continue to have, the same type of relationship with this person, same type of interactions, things of that nature. I'm not an advocate of that.
Mm.
It's not holding a grudge, but it's understanding that, okay, this person has shown you who they are. So if we put a label on it, if we say this person has shown you they are a liar, then you can continue to interact with them, but you have to do so accepting they're a liar. Therefore, you don't ever know what you can and can't trust with them as long as you continue to interact with them. So it's moving forward, applying who that person chooses to be. They choose to be a liar. Therefore, I can only trust so much, you know, and it's not putting a whole lot of value in what they say because that's who they choose to be. And it's okay if you say, you know what, I really don't have space and time in my life to deal with a liar. So therefore, you really can't be a part of my life. Hey, I'll say hi to you, I'll say what's up, but we're not going to have any deeper interactions than that because that's not the type of person I want to have in my life.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're angry, how does B respond to you?
She she do a great job of responding, like getting me to talk to her, figuring out what's wrong. I don't know how she do it, but she do it.
Psychic.
Hmm. Okay. So, B, how do you feel about his anger?
I don't like how he tries to hide everything. And before we can even get him to discuss it, it's like he's angry. I know that he's angry. I'm asking him, he'll keep telling me no. Then I have to tell him that he's angry. Then I'm angry. And then he'll finally say it. Like it's like a big cycle, and then he'll say it.
Got
And it
it.
happens like every time. And he will he'll argue me down that there's absolutely nothing wrong. Like with a straight face, arguing me down. And I'm not going to stop because I know.
Okay. So I guess from your perspective, you'd like to be able to skip the middle and just get to the end.
Exactly. Like if I'm asking you, like, what happened or what's wrong, or like, I would prefer him to just tell me, or even if he say something like, not right now. If it's 1 o'clock, I'll talk to you at 3 o'clock when I feel a little bit better, or something like that. But to like blatantly tell me in my face that there's nothing wrong and I can obviously see it, then yeah, that's a problem for me.
Okay. So for both of you, it's a matter of learning a new pattern of how to interact when you're feeling angry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing is being able to own it, to verbalize it and own it. Being able to say, I'm mad, I'm pissed off, I'm angry, whatever your word is. That's the first step, just being able to own it. This is where I'm at right now. So, starting with that step, anybody have an issue with just being able to say, this is how I feel?
Mm-hmm.
There's an issue with that?
No, no, there's not an issue with saying that.
I think she does
I'm,
too.
I'm learning. I'm learning. Man, I'm learning.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're upset and you're isolating and you're quiet, you're willing to just say, I'm mad right now.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't mean you have to stop isolating. If you still need that time, that's okay. That's perfectly okay. I will share this. Anxiety and anger are two emotions that have the exact same pathway in the body.
Mm-hmm.
They have a physiological reaction to the body. Well, every emotion shows up, but these two have the same pathway.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a building phase, they have a maximum phase, and then they have the downfall. On the downslope, you have no control. They're going to do whatever it is that they're going to do. There's no hope of changing it. You just have to wait for it to burn out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All the work that you do for anger management or anxiety management is on the building phase. And some people max out here, some people max out here. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to know where you're at on that scale, because once you get to that maximum level, there's nothing anyone can do to stop it. It has to burn itself out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
you right there.
It
Go
is.
to the max.
so that's why we have to work on this uphill slope.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can simply start by acknowledging, this is how I feel, this is where I'm at right now, then it allows space for you to try to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Being able to take some time to yourself is very helpful, because part of that building phase is your ability to see other options, your ability to problem solve. All of that shrinks down to about here. So the higher up the scale you go, the less abilities that you have. Okay. So in order to counteract that, you have to calm yourself down. That is the number one thing. You acknowledge, I'm here. Now that I'm here, what can I do to calm myself down? So if it's isolate, if it's go for a drive, it's go for a walk, you want to exercise, whatever it may be, okay, take that time, get out that extra energy, bring yourself back down to a place where you can feel in control and now do something different. Okay? So, really, it's about disrupting the natural flow. So, it's catching it here, doing something different so you don't ever have to get up to the top.
All right. Yeah, man, you gotta work on that so that you don't get to the top.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
But you guys help each other. Because what I've noticed a lot with couples, one person can try to utilize the skills, and if the other person isn't equally trying, then they'll say, okay, whatever, I'm not going to do it either.
Yep. Yeah.
So you guys have to support each other. You have to reinforce, sorry, with each other. Oh my gosh. Okay. Something caught in
Okay.
my throat. Don't know what it was, but it's caught.
Oh my goodness.
But you do have to reinforce with each other and support each other. And I'm always, always, always an advocate wherever you can introduce humor and fun, do so. Make a
Oh
game.
yeah.
Not
Oh
too
yeah. That's my
much.
thing. That's my thing right there.
I don't know why did you tell him that.
That's
Oh
my
my
thing right
god.
there.
Okay.
It is not that I want you to substitute humor for actual coping skills.
Hmm.
That's not what I want you to do. But if you can use humor to encourage each other to use the appropriate coping skills, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay.
Okay. So for right now, we are focusing on owning the feeling, being
Hmm.
able to verbalize, I'm angry, I'm pissed off. If you need time, that's okay. If you can identify a specific time, don't want to talk about it right now. Let's talk later tonight. You know, when I get off work, whatever it is, great. But I do encourage couples to come back to it within 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you own it, do what you need to do for you to calm yourself down. When you're ready, come back and talk it through.
Okay.
Okay. While you're talking it through, you're going to use your empathetic statements. No problem solving, no ignoring.
All right. I got it.
And again,
Mm.
if you have the handouts, I don't care if you sit there like this and you're like, so how did that make you feel?
That'll be me.
But that's okay. Okay. What will happen over time is you'll develop a level of comfort with the statements. You'll find your favorite ones that you'll go to, and then it'll start feeling more natural. So it's okay if you start off just reading lines off the paper, and then eventually you develop your own level of comfort with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else about anger? Did we miss any aspects of this?
No, not for me. You.
No.
Okay. So we have a few minutes left. Anything else on either one of you guys' minds?
What's up? What's on your mind?
Let's see. Yeah. So on the trip, he has a friend. Personally, don't care for the friend. I don't like her. I never did. Like way before I even knew that they were
You saying
friends.
I have a reason to not like her.
I don't. And she just rubbed me the wrong way the very first time that I saw her. This was way before him. And once I noticed that they were friends, I'm like, oh God. But even still, I don't think we've ever even sat in the same room since we've been together, right? No.
No. You probably saw each other in passion or
You
whatever.
care to explain?
All right, explain. You got the floor.
So yeah, while I was on the trip, I got a message from his friend's boyfriend. I guess that's what he is to her.
Whatever. I don't know what he is.
He basically tried to imply that um, this guy and his girlfriend, had a relationship or had sex or whatever. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but that definitely made me feel uneasy because I'm like, this is a friend that has been around for years before me. And you told me that, you didn't do anything like that. So it was just really weird to me. Overall, after I was upset and angry and everything, I do think we handled it fairly well. I was able to call him the next morning and then we talked about it a little bit more.
Yes, it was like really weird. It's like it came out of nowhere. Like
Literally.
me and her, we never even like it never even crossed our mind. It like we just on some brothers on some brother sister relationship type thing. Like she tell me everything. We have we have we have them kind of talks. So it's like there's no way why he would feel that way. So it's like me and her both thinking like not her but the friend we thinking like it's something wrong with her boyfriend or whatever he is. Like there's something wrong with him. He took something, somebody slipped like something wrong. Because there's no way possible. Like you don't have no proof, you don't have nothing. So by you disturbing my woman, writing her lying, trying to mess up what I got going on over here, because everything is great over here. Like there's no problem, there's no issues. So by you doing that, you just weird. So now what he did was he messed up me and the girl whole little our whole little friendship because it's like I'm not gonna tell you to stop being with this man because that's on you. But like it's like I don't care for him. So like y'all just gotta like like you my like I bet you my friend is nothing but love, but it's like I can't condone with you like that because you got um a a, a male figure that trying to mess up what I got going on. When me and you both know for a fact that nothing ever happened with us, nothing never will happen with us. It's so just weird.
Okay. I would say that you're probably exactly right that he's on something. Whatever that is, I don't necessarily mean it's drugs or whatever, but he has personal issues
Right, right, right.
that he's going through, and maybe that's exactly what he wanted. Maybe he was uncomfortable with this friendship and he wanted to find a way to remove it, and he did exactly that. So it definitely seems like it's a reflection of him and not of whatever your friendship with this person was like. But what I'm most interested in is how did you guys, come to being okay with this subject?
At first, when it first happened,
So what
from
happened?
her, look, huh? She called my phone. I'm like, hello, huh? What the f is going on?
Yep.
Um, you and such and such out here playing with the same girl. I'm like, yo, I don't play with nobody, girl.
Because
Mind you,
initially,
mind you, initially she didn't know who the girl was. She just knew that a guy was writing her. She didn't know that the guy messing with her. I had so it's like I had to tell her. So she just still 100. Oh, tell her when I see her, I'm gonna do such and such and this
hmm
that third. I'm like, yo. At this point, I don't care what you do to her because like it's like one thing I hate is to be accused of something that I know that I'm not doing. Like if I know that I'm just chilling, minding my business, no, I don't like. At this point, I don't care. So then she, yeah, her, yeah. It's alright. You could what you say you could something, and I'm about to go find a nigga and do something with him. I'm like, all right. Mama, she drunk, she just talking. I'm not really taking that threat to the extreme. And then also, my cousin is like it's like my cousin that was. So if my cousin would allow her to do something like that, she would not be my cousin anymore. Like I don't care female empowerment. I don't care none of that.
Female empowerment.
You are my cousin. So you owe your loyalty to me. Yeah, you owe that to me. So if you would allow her to do that, I can't be cool with you no more. So then she hung up the phone. We ain't really speak throughout the day. I'm like, man.
I spoke to the girl instead.
Yeah, she called me back hour later, oh, what's the girl number? I gave her the number because like I don't like me and the girl don't have nothing to hide. So like I don't mind giving a number. I'll give her a number. I don't know whatever they had spoke about. I wasn't there. So then we still ain't talk really. It was a little text, like two on text going back and forth. But then after that, she went to enjoy her night, and she called me like I want to say like 3 o'clock in the morning, looking all drunk and crazy. I'm like, man, listen, man, I don't know what you want me to do. Like I'm not hiding nothing from you. Like I don't I don't know. So then she went back out enjoying her night, and then she called me in the morning. Then we hanged in the morning.
Okay, so it took a couple of attempts before things went here.
Yeah. Straight. It went from 0 to 100. Then it came down to 85. Then 80. Then it dropped to about I want to say 70. By the morning, it got to 0.
It was just the whole situation was just weird because not only did he message me, he messaged my cousin who was also on a trip with us. So it's like you're messaging 2 different people. It's just so dumb to me. And it's like, oh well, my cousin was like, oh well, I'm not bothering her. Like, well, we're having fun. Like, let me know what your issue is with her. And he like, oh, and then he wrote me and was like, tell your cousin stop asking me. I'm not telling her because you're gonna look stupid and embarrassed. And that is the comment that set me off. Because who's gonna look stupid or embarrassed?
Mind you, the cousin know that he's weird because can find out. The cousin said that her and the guy used to text or whatever. But then she said about like week 2, she figured out he was weird, so then she stopped talking to him.
Yeah, initially that wasn't our concern though.
Yeah, no, it just I don't know what his problem is.
The whole situation was just very weird, and I felt like it was really random for it to be a lie. You know what I mean? It was just something that was just like off the wall, and I'm like, I don't speak to this person. I've never had a conversation with him. We didn't even have each other on social media. He's literally writing my cousin, asking her to beg me to accept his request just so he can say whatever he has to say to me. So I'm like, there's no way that a sane person will go out of their way to make a lie. Like, you know what I mean? To make it that believable. But I'm like, wow, yeah, I guess so.
Maybe he just needs that much help.
Yeah. But yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised that I was able to handle it the next day.
It's went to 100. She needs to learn like if my only issue at first was I know that initially it's me. I'm in the wrong because like the girl is my friend, and so like that whole thing is my drama. So by him writing her, that falls back with me being a little wrong. But it's like but the only thing that I didn't like was that instead of her asking me, she just came straight. Oh yeah, this guy said such and such. Instead of you believing like you asking me, you want to believe what another guy told you, and it's like the word that you say after it happened, like you just I'm gonna do this, that, there, and then you hang up the phone. You don't even give me a chance to be yo, I don't know what you're talking about, such and such. Like, like, like we could figure this out right now rather than let it linger because I know for a fact that I'm 100% in the right. Like, I never like this is not nothing that I didn't like the issue here was not me. Like I never done none of this stuff that I've been accused of.
Got you. So part of you was hurt that there wasn't the instant benefit of the doubt that, oh, he wouldn't do that. I don't believe this person. This person, has got whatever going on. It doesn't matter, but I just don't believe that about him.
Yeah, like you.
Once I found out who the girl was, I don't know if he even listened to what I said, but I said it to the girl on the phone too, because she was like, oh, well, we never did this. I've been around for this amount of years. And I'm like, my issue is not even the possibility of y'all doing something. My issue is the friendship in itself because he considers you to be a good friend. So now I'm mad that you even allowed this man to come in between your friendship and now you cannot be a friend to him anymore. So your wedding invitation, you can scrap that. You cannot be around me or my family ever again. Because clearly he is the problem, then he's clearly not going to go anywhere. That's going to be a man or whatever he's going to be. I don't feel comfortable with him around me. So that was my issue with her. But I guess I had already yelled at him, so I didn't even tell him. Like, my issue wasn't, it wasn't that I even thought, he did something with this girl. That wasn't my problem. My problem was the way that the guy went about doing everything. And it's just like, if that's your man or whatever, why did you even allow him to do that? Because then I later on found out as I'm on the phone with her that he's sitting right there next to her. So it was really exactly. So that was my problem. And then I found out later on that they had already had a conversation before he wrote me. So it's like, at what point were you going to intervene to not let it escalate to this point? So that was my issue, and that's why I was so upset.
So once I spoke to them, she claimed or whatever, she claimed or whatever, like whatever act she put on or whatever, that she didn't know that he was writing them. She said she didn't know nothing about that part, but it's still like that's your boyfriend or whatever he is to you. You should have enough. You should have enough type of whatever to to let him know you should know if I'm telling you that me and such never did nothing, you shouldn't even be questioning me again. It shouldn't even be let me call him or what like it shouldn't even be nothing like it shouldn't be nothing. You should have enough staying with him that he not even thinking that because there's no proof behind nothing. Like you just randomly thinking stuff.
We get it. You didn't do it.
No. Like not. It just weird. It's like it's like now people really like a male and female can't just be friends without something happening. Like that is weird to me.
I get where you're coming from. I think men and women can be friends as long as there has never been a sexual relationship involved. And I know there's some people who may disagree and they feel like, they've had whatever friendships. But just from what I've seen, what I've experienced, if there's never been a sexual, intimacy between the two of them, then a friendship is possible between a man and a woman. Um, but it's just when you have that other factor, then it kind of skews things a bit.
Oh yeah, I don't play that. I don't play that. If you and her had something in the past, the most I could say is what's up and keep it moving. I don't play that all that friendship stuff now.
Okay.
I get it. So, okay, I'm glad you guys are where you're at now. And let me know next time if you feel like there's something you want to explore in terms of the sense of, I guess, with you feeling that she didn't immediately have your back. She wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna brush this off because I know this just is something goofy.
Yeah, especially with a guy that you don't know. Like you don't have no conversation. Like you don't know this guy.
But I also want to throw out there, she was out having fun, being an adult.
Yeah,
May not have been in the best
I
mental.
I know,
wasn't.
I know. That's why I said like I get everything about it, but it's like once you, it's like
The
once
next
you really
morning,
got.
once I was sober enough, that's when I was able to call and have a normal conversation. And that
She just
conversation was smooth.
she just need to learn how to talk when something's not going right.
That's why we
Because
here.
then I could have been crazy enough to jump on a plane and go. You gonna do what with who?
Anywho, thank you.
Yeah, like
Our time is up.
you crazy.
We
Like
will
who says
speak
things
to
like
you
that?
next time.
I
All
would have jumped.
right.
I would have jumped
Okay.
on a
Thank
flight.
you. We are going to disconnect
Her,
your
my cousin, I'd have
headphones.
beat both of them up. Like yo, wow.
How do we disconnect you?
Have a good week.
Okay, you too.
Thank you for having tuned in to another episode of What Would Helen Say, where therapy time is anytime. I hope you'll come back next week as we wrap up the talk of finances and we explore our last meta emotion for now, which is love. If you enjoy the work that I'm doing and you would like to support me, or if you're interested in gaining premium access to upcoming episodes and detailed notes of how you can apply these interventions to your own life, then please click on the Patreon link below for more information. Thank you.